For the second time in under 3 weeks, gun violence has taken place on the campus of the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, and I was talking to my daughter when it happened. Hey, friends, it's Sammy back with another episode of the Daily Dash. That's right, it's everything you need to know from around the world and in my life, straight from my car dashboard to yours. Today is Wednesday, September 13th, 2023. Let me tell you what you need to know so you're in the know wherever you are and whatever you are doing. First, let me give you a little bit of the news around the world. There was a devastating flood that happened in Libya. Two dams broke. Over 5,000 people are said to be lost in that accident. Apple unveiled its new iPhone 15. Aaron Rodgers is out for the rest of the season with an Achilles tear. And what else? The FDA believes that many over-the-counter cold and allergy pills do not work because of the ingredient in them. So that's interesting. It's also National Peanut Day, I believe, and International Chocolate Day. I feel like those should just go together. But if you missed any of that, I'll have it below. You can find me at the Sammy Cone on Twitter and Instagram, sammycone.com, and on YouTube. But let me tell you about what happened. I know I haven't been on the dash lately. I'm in my office right now, but I could not let this go. I can't believe we are at this point again. Less than 3 weeks ago, there was a shooting on the campus of UNC Chapel Hill, where my daughter is a sophomore. A grad student killed a professor on campus. Today, I was talking to my daughter. She was having lunch in one of the dining halls. We were about to sign off, and all of a sudden, she started getting text messages from her friends saying that they were sheltering in place. They were hiding in a basement of the library. And so I'm hearing this all happen in real time. And of course, even right now, I'm going crazy. And I'm telling you all this because we once again had no information. No one's covering this except for the local news. So I stay on with her. Um, I said, just find a table, just look at your surroundings, get away from windows. So while we were on the phone, they locked the doors, they moved the students out of a certain area. And as that was happening, then she and I simultaneously got alerts that there was an armed and dangerous individual on campus. That was all we knew, but everyone went into lockdown, and that's where they stayed for about 2 hours. Thankfully, I learned from the last incident to look online for local news coverage in Raleigh. And so I did that. So I was able to kind of give her information real time as I was hearing it from the news because we weren't getting that any other way. I had CNN on just here the whole time. Never was a mention happened. And again, I understand this is something that's very near and dear to me because it is my child. Are there guns being pulled around the country all day? Maybe, probably. But this is happening on a college campus, and this is happening for the second time in less than a month. And so it is nerve-wracking to say the least, definitely disturbing. And when the lockdown was cleared, it was basically like go back to your normal activities. And I'm thinking, what on earth does normal even mean right now? So not long after that, they did send out a new alert to say that classes had been canceled the rest of the day, that they were under their critical alert. And then just recently, we got the alert that the suspect had been apprehended and arrested. So I'm hoping that happened before the all clear was given and it just wasn't released to us. But yeah, I'm not here to get into like a political discussion. I'm not here to say anything else except one, if you have a child in college, make sure that your number is on file in their system. Make sure you sign up. I know UNC has a Carolina Alert app. I follow them on Twitter, just so that you can get those real-time alerts. I did post something, maybe I'll link to that, about what to do if you do have students at Carolina, the hotline, counseling services, all of those things. And I'm sure, I would hope that most colleges have that in place as well. Yeah, I think I want to end by just praying hope for all of us because we feel hopeless sometimes. especially when we're so far away, and knowing that not there's not anything we can necessarily do to protect our children other than to make them aware, to do what we can. Um, yeah, I'm kind of at a loss, and I just can't help but thinking how hopeless people must feel that resort to feeling like they need to hurt someone else to make things right. And then obviously having such a disregard for their own lives. I mean, not forget, but obviously there's a disregard for the lives of those that are around them, but then such a disregard for their own life that they're willing to risk everything because they're in such despair. So I just want to pray hope over each of us today, and especially for those that are feeling utterly hopeless. I just pray that someone, whatever, wherever you are in that spectrum, that if you need a dash of hope, that you would, one, ask God, just ask God for that, but also reach out to someone that's in your community, in your world, in work, in school. We all need help. And so sometimes it's just the bravest thing we can do is ask. Okay, friends, I pray you have a great day. Please do your best to make it great. And do not wait to tell someone you love how you feel about them. Bye, friends.